Hmm. Huh. Mm, Give me 1 second. All right. All right. Good morning, guys. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd. As usual, going over analysis for US 30, gold and Bitcoin. So starting off with US 30 on the 15-minute and 30-minute, price is far away from any entry, possibly this 30-minute sell area. But for US 30, you can see here we are creating a trend line to the upside. So possible reversal back to the upside for US 30. So that's just one thing to consider for US 30 right now. Based off of the SAR levels that price is around, we have this weekly sell area for US 30. So actually, if this 15-minute candle closes back below this weekly sell level, this will be a sell for US 30. Right here, this would be a sell if it closes back below. But we have 30 minutes before this 30-minute candle. Oh, I'm sorry, about 22 minutes before this candle can close. And we're in a supply zone. So this would be a potentially good sell for you for US 30. So we'll just wait for that at 10 a.m. Gold. Price is far away from the 15-minute and 30-minute entries. For BTC prices, we are in a 30-minute Bitcoin supply area. So this trade came up before market open. So I'm not really looking to take that. Plus, I still have 7 more minutes before we can take any trade. So for BTC, nothing here really. I'll move this up here and we'll put an alert here for BTC because this zone is still a supply zone and we have like sell SARs there. So that's good. So we'll just wait and see what happens at 9:45. Uh, for the hourly time frame, there was this hourly supply on US 30, which would have hit TP. This one triggered before market open. So right now, just identify another sell zone for US 30. So after that zone, the next hourly sell zone for US 30 is all the way up here. So move this here. And I think I have that marked up. So that's at like 38,912. The demand zone doesn't change for US 30. Gold, possible buy on gold on the hourly demand if price comes back down here. So we know we have a possible buy on gold on the hourly. Nothing for Bitcoin on the hourly. For the 4-hour, price is far away for all instruments. Maybe this BTC trade, but we'll see how that goes. And then moving over to the other chart that has the trend line and SARs. For US 30, nothing on the 15-minute, nothing on the 30. On the 30-minute, this for US 30, US 30, if it closes above here, it might give a trend line and SAR break and closure, so long as the trend line doesn't adjust. But we're also looking for a reversal of US 30 on the 30-minute time frame to close back below here, below this weekly sell. But I think I'm more geared towards sells on US 30 than buys. There's a current sell that would be running here for US 30. But again, this came up before market open, and this would be like a trend line and SAR closure. But nothing for sales right here on the 15-minute and 30-minute. Again, it would be better for US30 to come test this trend line and come back and close back below these SARs, because that would also give us a confluence for that weekly sell. There's a BTC alert that triggered. There's a BTC entry on the 30-minute. However, it's still not 9:45 yet, so I wouldn't be looking to take that BTC entry that triggered. For gold, nothing for buys right now. There is nothing for sells based off of where price is. For BTC, nothing for buys that I can see on the 15-minute and 30. Nothing for sells. Remember, we have a possible sell on BTC. Actually, that one has already been taken out, and it's still not yet 9:45. On the hourly timeframes, no buys as of yet. There's this fair value gap from yesterday. Some of the fair value gaps that what's his name? LSFX. I forgot what his actual name is. But there's a fair value gap from yesterday. So we can watch that as well. So this one is the fair value gap from yesterday. Was his name Henry? No, I don't think so. Probably. But that one was from yesterday. So that one hasn't been taken out yet. For BTC, no buys on the hourly. For sells, there's this fair value gap from earlier today. So this morning, there were two fair value gaps. There was this, where is that? I'm looking for a rectangle. I thought I had that. Maybe not. I haven't used this shapes in forever. Give me 1 second. Oh, it's right here. There was this fair value gap, which is the one I'm looking at right now. There was that one, and there was this other one. This other one had already been taken out before market open. So if I have two fair value gaps before, and these are the kill zone ones before London Open and after London Open, I normally pick the most optimal one. So for this one, for US30, since I'm anticipating, remember we have a weekly sell here on US30 somewhere below 38,476. So this hourly sell on US30 for the fair value gap is one that I would look to take. We are in supply. If I turn this off and turn the SAR levels here, and we are almost, what time is it? 9:44. So I will be taking this entry right there on US30. Weekly, we have this hourly buy here. So possibly US30 is coming up to this hourly buy, but I will take this FVG entry there for US30 with a, what was this? Probably 80 pip. Yeah, it was an 80 pip stop loss. And I'm not in it yet. I'm trying to configure my sorry, I'm trying to configure my trade manager. 600 says 500. So 80 pips stop loss, 160 pips TP. Or 80 points, I'm sorry. On the hourly, so it does look good. So still not in it. I'm waiting for the crossover sell and making sure that my trade manager is set right. All right, so just hold, still not in that trade. I need a 5 second. So remember my entries are on the 5 seconds. So on this other chart, I'm looking for the for that 5 second entry. So remember, it's this FVG right there. But if we turn on the SAR levels, we did see that hourly buy where price was probably coming to. So still not in it, getting some reversal here. Still waiting. Still waiting, still waiting. All right, so almost there. See if this is gonna give that 2-1. There it is. So we got that 5 second entry. All right, so I'm in the I'm in the trade. So you can use either 0.75 or 0.375. Based off of the push to the upside, you can use 0.75 as normal risk with 80 points stop loss, 160 points TP. So my entry is at 38,540, which is here, 38,540. It's actually here. 4543, somewhere around there. All right. All right. Then let's see. For gold, nothing. So no sells. Nothing for gold, nothing for BTC on the hourly for sales. For the 4-hour time frame, no buys for all these instruments and no sells that I can see here off the top of just looking at it. All right. So for US 30, for this 30 minute, we still have 11 more minutes for it. And I'm already in a US 30 sell. So gold, 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 gold. I'm liking the buys for gold, but if you look on the 4-hour time frame, the reason I was looking at that was here. We can have a quick, this would be a quick buy if it does come in, or if it does come up on gold, based off of the trend line and SAR rejection. This one right here. But if gold breaks 23.25, we are possibly falling. Because if you look at gold from the 4-hour time frame, we are creating higher lows. I'm sorry, lower highs and lower lows here. So gold is definitely in a downtrend. And this entry would be pretty risky since gold has already tested this area before. So if you look to the left, it has already tested this area multiple times. But if this does come up, if it does validate, this would be a quick scalp. It will give you like a 20 pips stop loss, or even maybe 10 pips stop loss, and like for a 1:2, that would be like 40 pips TP. So we'll see if this does come up here. Actually, probably at 30 would be better. Yes. But this one is definitely risky because it's sort of counter trend. Some trend line and SAR rejection, but we have to wait for about 9 minutes. US 30 is around entry, if I'm not wrong. Where was that? We entered on the hourly, yeah. So here, this trade, we're in a supply zone, so that was good for this trade. For the SAR levels, we have sell SAR levels around here. We do have this hourly buy now. If at 10 a.m. price closes above this hourly buy here, above 38,546, price is probably going to keep pushing higher. So at 10 a.m. in 9 minutes, we don't want price closing above 38,544. If price does close above 38,544, then I will look to exit this trade at break even or at entry. And then let's go back to the other chart because I really cannot see anything for the trend line and SAR rejection. So we go back to the supply and demand chart, which is which one is it? I think it's this one. Share. And US 30 is coming back down. So this is what I was looking for on the 5-second time frame. So my entry was right here because my entries are on the 5-second time frame. But if we go back, look at what we have for US 30, 15-minute time frame, nothing. 30-minute time frame, this is the entry I was looking at, but it was before 9:45, so that's why I didn't want to take it. So for this particular one, I go ahead and adjust and move to the next inner supply zone, which is all the way up here at the distinction of this white zone right here. So this is the next area if I were to look to sell US 30 on the 30-minute time frame. Definitely, we have a bunch of demand coming in for US 30. You can see how this demand is eating into all this supply. So here we are banking on two things. We're banking on that fair value gap that was created pre-London to hold. Also banking on the weekly sell that's somewhere down here for price to reverse and come back down here. And we are looking for price not to close above this hourly buy area in the next 9 minutes. And here we have a bunch of support, resistance here. But if US 30 breaks this, then we are definitely heading to the top and also proceeding with this trend line that's right here. So this trade is also sort of a counter trend, but the confluences do align. For gold on the 15-minute and 30, there's nothing. I think the only gold setup was on the hourly or something. BTC, this trade or this setup moves all the way up here because that supply has been taken out. And it also happened before the times I trade. So that's why I normally give the market about 15 or so minutes. And the US 30 trade is coming back down. So we just have to observe what happens at the closure of this hour and beginning of the next hour. Because if we close above that hourly buy SAR, I'm going to look to exit the trade. So BTC, that's the new level for the 30 minutes. For the hourlies, price is still far for US 30. Gold, so this, and we need to remind me to check on that gold entry at the close of the 30-minute. Yeah, I think we're gonna get it, but it's this trade is a bit risky for my liking. But if anyone does decide to take it, that gold buy. But gold has tested this area like pretty a bit too much. See what we have for today's news. Yeah, we definitely also have heavy news at 10 a.m. So even if we get that gold entry, I think it's gonna happen so fast. So that hourly, so it we might get this hourly demand or that 30-minute trend line and SAR rejection. So we'll see which one comes first. For the 4 hour, of course, there's nothing. So let's watch gold and also watch that US 30 trade. So US 30 right here, going into news. I'm in profit on that US 30 trade. But anything can happen. Definitely that red, it's a red folder news. But based off of what I'm seeing here, let's see, 4 more minutes. So since the trade is currently in profit, you guys can set break even to avoid a manipulation to the upside for news, or just let the trade ride. Personally, I will let the trade ride, and then I'll be watching that other entry for gold. So for gold, I think this hourly entry is better than that 30-minute trend line and SAR rejection, but because I don't even think we're gonna get that trend line and SAR rejection entry, because if it happens, it's gonna happen so fast. And gold is dipping back down. Okay, so there goes the gold hourly demand. So we are walking into news. Yeah. For you guys, I don't want you guys to get into, and we also have a gold fair value gap low from yesterday. So the FVG low from yesterday. No, actually it's from today. There was a fair value gap from, let's see when it was from. Yeah, from yesterday. It would be 100 pips stop loss and 200 pips TP. So depending on if you want to enter that, if you do use a 0.375% risk, let's see. So this is stop loss, take profit. So we have the hourly demand and the fair value gap. I would rather take the fair value gap because it gives a better entry. And I will look to catch that gold trade as well. But gold doesn't look like it's gonna hold too long here. All right. So for gold, we would be waiting for that crossover buy here. Again, we are almost in news. So for US, so be careful, right? For US 30, either set break even. I'm at break. I mean, I haven't set break even, but my position is in and out of entry. And for gold, if you do decide to enter, we're just waiting for that crossover buy. So if you take the hourly demand, you'd need a 30 pip stop loss and 60 pip TP. If you're taking the fair value gap, which is there, which that's the entry, you would need 100 pips. What is that? You need 100 pips stop loss. And so that's the entry right there for gold. So depending on which one you decide to take. So personally, I'm taking the longer one. And if you do decide to take it with a 0.375% risk, because I don't want you guys to risk more than 1.125% in any given day. So that would be the what is it called? That would be the fair value gap entry, which is what I am taking. The other one, the other entry, and there goes the trade, and there goes news, right? So I'm in the gold one. US 30 has been taken out. So US 30 hit stop loss. I'm in the gold trade. So if you took the hourly demand, you would be at break even. Actually, you'd have hit TP, full TP on the hourly demand. That would have been right there. If you took the fair value gap, you'd still be in the position right here. So as much as US 30 got taken out at stop loss, if this gold trade wins, you would be back at break even for the day. So I'm almost at break even for gold. I'm almost at break even for gold, even though one of my accounts is frozen, but my other one, I can still see it. So this is the fair value gap entry. And then this other entry right here would have hit full TP, which would have been the hourly demand. So depending on which one you took, you should be back at break even for the day, despite even the US 30, the US 30 loss. So gold, that's the trade. And alt, the entry was at 23 right there, US 30 using let me switch back to the other screen. Share. Right. So this is the US 30 trade, the FVG trade that got stopped out. The gold trade that's running is this one, right? 100 pips, stop loss, 200 pips, TP. And trade is at break even. I think almost at break even. So let's see if I'm almost at break even for this trade. And if you had set break even for US 30, you wouldn't have hit the loss, but I'll still count it as a loss because personally I did not set break even for that US 30 trade. Also for gold, we were looking at that 30-minute entry. So we didn't get this one because price closed below this SAR. So it was a trend line rejection, yes, but it wasn't a trend line and SAR rejection. So this rejection did not close above the SAR levels. Right. I'm looking for this. I need to. All right. Gold still running. I'll manually move my stop loss to break even for this trade, for this gold trade. Because if gold comes back down, then it's coming back down to take out that support. So for this gold trade, I am manually moving my stop loss to break even. And if you guys normally take partials, you can do so. But personally, I am moving my stop to break even on gold. Because you can see this huge wick that's coming here. And if we look at this, let's turn this SARs off. So we're in a bunch of SARs. It would be best if gold were to close above this hourly buy, but we just have so much selling pressure here. So it's best to, as much as we don't have a supply level here, the issue with gold right now for buys, if you look to the left, this area has been tested multiple times. We are forming lower highs here and also forming lower lows possibly. So if gold comes back down here, I don't have any confidence that this support structures will hold. So that's why I'm manually moving this stop to break even for this trade. All right. Let's look at what else? What else? Hourly demand got taken out of gold. All right, so still in it personally, didn't take any partials, but just riding price out. If I get taken out, that's fine. We'll just look for another entry, whether it's later on. But I'm still not convinced that US 30 is um going up. And here for US 30, so hourly buy. Yeah, I wouldn't even want to take sales just yet. So you can see for US 30, we have this 15-minute candle that closed above this hourly SAR buy. So if we didn't have that one, because in the next 6 minutes, this candle will close and this trend line will auto adjust and it would give us a trend line. Possibly if it closes below there, it will give us trend line plus SAR rejection, stop loss above the previous high. But the only issue is that if we look at these SAR levels here, price has closed above this hourly buy, and it looks like that's where they're picking up liquidity from. So US 30, it would be, as much as I'm looking for sales, it's kind of risky to take sales here because if you see the price action, they closed above this 15-minute buy and closed above this hourly buy. Price came back to retest around that zone with the hourly buy. And if this candle closes above, US 30 will probably keep pushing up. So if it's going to keep pushing up, then the next area I would look to sell US 30 would be around this structural area because US 30 would be completing this structure to the upside. So the next area I'd be looking to take sales on US 30 is 38,775. So right now, as much as I am biased for sales, it just doesn't look like it. Here, yes, I can take a buy based off of this hourly buy. SAR here with stop loss probably below this 5-minute buy. Only issue is that we are in a supply zone right here. So I would be buying into supply. So that just means the confluences are not aligning. For gold, if you're still in that trade, you would have been taken out at break even. Or actually, I'm still in it in one account. I think the other account, I'm at a break even. Yeah, so gold is at break even. for that particular entry right there. This week is just just doesn't make sense to hold the trade as was. All right. So then move on from that. I really don't see anything else because even for the supply and demand, there's really no other entry on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute, even for gold and US 30 price is just so far away. For BTC price is far away as well. On the hourly price is far away. So the only possible entry is a sell on BTC on the hourly time frame at 70,282. But price is $400 or 400 points away from that area for BTC. So I don't think there's any other entry as well. For gold, I think personally I would leave gold buys for right now because gold is coming back down, and if it comes back down, we would be probably taking out that support at the bottom. So I took a screenshot of that. Yeah, so today's session will be a short session. That will probably be it for today. So for today, one loss for minus 0.75, one other trade hit break even. So minus 0.75 for today. This is the first trade of June. So in April, February, we had a break-even month. March, we had a break-even month. April, we had 5.25% gain. May, we had a 0.75% gain. And June, we're starting it off with minus 0.75, so no big deal. Yeah, but right now there's nothing else that I can see to wait for other than this goal. So just mark up on your charts, 70,282 is a supply zone for BTC. If price goes up there, just make sure that you have confluences for sells. If price action changes, then just forget about sells. Gold, I see gold sinking. And if you look at the daily time frame for gold, you'll see that because if gold breaks here, I do see gold going all the way. Because if you look at structure, this whole structure here, gold probably the next stop is 2,300, 2,300. Probably won't hold too much at 2,300, then 2,285 would be the bigger target for gold. So I do see gold melting to the downside either today or during this week. And you can see there goes gold. So for this trade, if we hadn't set break even manually on that gold trade, we would have probably been taken out or halfway to stop loss. So that's why sometimes you just have to observe price action. But other than that, that will be it for today's session. If I do get into any other trades later on and I have time to send them out, I will. But nowadays it's kind of tricky for me to send out trades in the Discord because I enter trades on the 5-second time frame. So sometimes by the time I'm in a trade, the trade is already at break even by the time I'm sending it out, or maybe even I've gotten taken out at stop loss, but we'll see. But other than that, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of